Hello guys, so welcome to Unfiltered Opinions, an initiative by the Unacademy. My name is Devanshu Nigam. I have secured All India rank 44th in this year's UPSC Civil Services examination, and there are a few questions that are frequently asked by the aspirants. I'll try to read them out and answer them one by one. So what did you learn from your previous attempts in the UPSC? The main learning that has been that it is a preparation of perseverance. You have to constantly reevaluate yourself and rediscover yourself. There will always be chances for improvement and you have to work on them. Another question is that what was your last 1 month strategy for the UPSC prelims? This was mostly based on the attempt more number of questions and papers and constantly revise your facts and strategy. You have to got to make a strategy by attempting more papers, that how many questions you should attempt, what should be the ideal attempt, what is the way you want to attempt. So this is the period of strategy and rectification. What was your exam day strategy for the UPSC? So yeah, my exam day strategy was basically to make my schedule in a way that I wake up at the right time and reach at the center at 9 p.m. As for the exam, and the preparation that I have done, that strategy that I have done, it is the time to execute that self. So I gave a self-boosting talk also to boost myself up that I can do that, and then went on with the plan, and that was my plan to do. So the next question is switching from engineering to civil services a good idea? Definitely I can say it is a very good idea if you have that inclination right from the start, but yeah, I definitely say that engineering also has a tremendous career opportunities that can be done. So it is not very much comparable also, it is like comparing apples with oranges, but if you have the feeling and the gut calling to go for the civil services, it is definitely a very good idea. So next question will be around how did you start your preparation considering a vast syllabus of UPSC CSE? Actually, I'll tell you a very good thing regarding this, that there's a reason why the syllabus is so much wide, because the post that you want to get into, that is in the IAS, and suppose in the future you will get into a more higher post as a secretary and all, the number of departments that are under you, the number of responsibilities that are before you is tremendous. So you should be mentally prepared to handle large number of quantities of things and subjects, and very diversified subjects under you. For example, if you are a district collector, education department, health department, social justice, everything will be under you in a way. So you have to be like that you are able to handle all the syllabus. So this actually motivated me, that this humongous syllabus is actually preparing me for the job I have signed to. And the next question regarding this is that what are the pros and cons of choosing geology as an optional subject? Okay. So the pros is that it's a very scientific subject. The competition is with the subject, not with the aspirants. So if you have written the right answer, you will be getting good marks. And the syllabus is very boundary. There's no much influence by the current affairs and all that. So you can very well prepare in a structured manner. But the cons here is that there is no available guidance to the people. Like there is not much test series regarding that. So these can be, the material is also not very top notch. So this can be there, but this can be overcome by your self exploring aptitude. Using Google is a very wise idea. It can help. It has helped me a lot. So using the technology to its fullest is the best way forward here. Now, another question is that what are the ideal sources for strengthening the current affairs? There are only two ideal sources. First is that the newspapers, follow one newspaper for sure, and if possible try another newspaper also, they can be done. And another is then any monthly compilation that will cover any material that is available, that can cover the entire syllabus. So the next question, how much important is the time management in the UPSC CSE preparation? Time management is the most important thing, be it in your preparation mode, be it in why you are writing the answers, because time is very scarce amount in the period. We got 180 questions, over 180 minutes to write the answers, and there are 4,000 words to be written. So your time management assumes very much importance, and you cannot afford to leave any question, because if you suppose leave one question also in every paper, you will be leaving around 7 to 8 questions. That will be paying huge cost in your selection. So the next question is that what are the mistakes that shouldn't be committed during the revision? Your ideal thing should be that you should revise your notes, not the books, because while you revise your notes, you will get a personal attach to that. So try to make notes and revise them again and again. And what I wanted also to do is to cut them down in video each revision, so that the final material is reduced to like 600 to 700 words. Because if you are having a huge thing to revise, that will again create inertia to you. So trim it down in every revision and maintain only the keywords that are mentioned. So the next question is that what is the relevance of mock test and mock analysis? Tremendously important. You have to actually see what are the type of questions that are coming, the exam like temperament, what do they actually want, what should be the strategy that has to be done. So this has to be done from the mock test, and while analyzing them, you need to know what are your strength areas, what are your weaknesses, what not to do, what strategies are working, what are not. So analysis is a very important part of that. So the next question is that what was your exam day strategy for UPSC CSE mains? Again, the strategy was same. I gave a self-boosting talk to myself that is very much very okay, but I used to do that you can do it, you am the best, you can do it. This is very much important to give the last minute boost to the confidence, and sticking to the plan that was being made by from the preparation mode, that I want to do the attempt in like this manner and that like that, want to make the diagrams and all. So I was always confident. I just revised what to do and what not to do in that time. So the next question will be do's and don'ts to be followed while giving the UPSC CSE interview. So I'll be focusing more on the don'ts rather than the do's, because in do's most of the people are doing good, no problem in that. But don'ts are very important, that you should never try to fake anything in front of the board, because they are very experienced people. Their experience is worth more than your age, so never try to do that. And do not be lacking on your confidence, because it is not something that you are begging to get into. You are actually being called. There is a e-summon that has been given to you. Government actually wants, the UPSC, that is constitutional body, actually wants you to interview you. It's a privilege for you. You go there with full confidence and with full energy that you are the youth. So this has to be there. You should be showing yourself as a youthful and an energetic person. And the next question would be how to deal with the ethics paper in UPSC CSE mains. Ethics paper, I think after the initial note making around the keyword that are being mentioned, you should focus more on writing answers, because when you write answer, you will be getting to know how to actually tell what you actually already know, in a better manner, using better words, better keywords. So writing answers in ethics is tremendously important. So the next question is, for the final question is that what is your strategy for the essay writing? Essay writing is basically you have to first of all prepare for essay exclusively, how to prepare for the GS type essays and how to prepare for the philosophical essays. Then in the strategy section, so 5 minutes used to be done for picking up the topic, whatever topic I want to do. It is a very important, and you should pay special attention to this. And for 15 minutes you need to do the brainstorming. Try to cover many dimensions, try to cover the unorthodox dimension also and examples and all. And for the rest of it, 60 minutes, 60 to 75 minutes, you need to write it down in a beautiful manner. You can take time, there is no dearth of time in there, and just revise it once you have written your answer. So this was the overall strategy. So yeah, so these were few of the questions that have been asked by many aspirants. If you have any more questions, you can very happily write them down on the comment section down below, and we will try to reach out to if not me, from another topper, but they will be answered for sure. And for more such videos, you can do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and it will be a good learning experience for all of you. Thank you.